trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take all poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
3 down. Hey, number 28, Miles, he's coming, check in. Hey, Alpha, it's just me and you. Mike 28. Don't let him.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
180. Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming up to you.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And able to find Conley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now on second and 13. Mayfield caught here by Conley. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. On third down, Dobbins. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's a foot race. 30, the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play fake. Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
To throw, Mayfield. They find some open field here. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, it's Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On second down now, Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. On third down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Noah Spence drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Hey, Charlie. 55.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen looking downfield for Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He was looking for Parker that time, but now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Eckler gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Hey, exit. 55, Mark, 55. Hey, mark the screen.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
It's a gain of
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On play action, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah, his 2nd sack of the night.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a little more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Mayfield. He's got the hook up with Conley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this one is right through. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Mayfield. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for them.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. It's Eckler again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Running on first down, Eckler. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now Eckler. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, echo.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On second down, it's Coleman. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Shoot. Hey, Haywood!
In his own end zone, it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
From his end zone on 3rd and long, Allen. It's caught by Aguilar. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The Bills send the punter out, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Noah Spence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
21 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Going deep here for Parker. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 21. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, you. Watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll get this to Eckler. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run here with Eckler. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Croft there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Where's 52?
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From midfield, here's Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he comes back with one complete. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Going on the ground with Eckler. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. I got you.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he finds Parker here, complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
Runs through the contact, and that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
Complete to number 13. Touchdown, Miami.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bills, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they...
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to give. How much blood?